Hello and welcome back to Webcast News, and welcome to a slightly different video to the norm on this channel, because there's actually going to be a running theme throughout this entire video, and that theme is Super Bowl 50. Now, for those of you who have been living under a rock, Super Bowl 50 is obviously the NFL's mainstay and big event, the final game of the season to decide who becomes world champion. That I'm still not happy about. You play it in one country doesn't mean you're a world champion. Anyway, that big event was last night, aka early morning here in the UK. I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning because I am mental, and so were many other people. This video isn't just going to be about the game, it's going to be about a lot of other things that went alongside it, including the halftime show and also a lot of television ads. So firstly, what actually happened in the game? Well, the Denver Broncos ended up beating the Carolina Panthers 24-10 in what was a very defensive game. Linebacker Von Miller won MVP for the Denver Broncos, and Peyton Manning winning his second Super Bowl title in what was possibly his final game. But anyway, most people don't even actually watch the Super Bowl for the actual game, so moving on to the halftime show. Now, I'm not going to lie, I slept through this and saw very little of it. But what I did see was Beyonce and Bruno Mars having a dance-off. Was that meant to happen? Because it seemed a bit weird, whilst Coldplay just kind of chilled in the back, even though they were the headline act. And I think a lot of people actually weren't that impressed with the halftime show. So that really could have gone better. But then for what is always the fun part of a Super Bowl night, and that is the adverts. That's a weird thing to say here in Britain. I'm going to be honest, all of these adverts that I am going to speak about and that I have linked in the description down below, I didn't actually see at the time, and I've actually had to go and search some of the more viewed ads over last night. So if I miss out on any that you thought were particularly good, make sure you mention them in the comment section down below. So going into it, first of all, you had Kevin Hart starring in a Hyundai Genesis advert called First Date, which showed the car's tracking capabilities and the ability to be a complete stalker dad with that. Then you had 3 different adverts from Doritos because they have money. First, an ultrasound advert, which really is a bit disturbing. They also had the Doritos dogs, which is actually quite nice. And then you had the Tinder-inspired swipe for Doritos. And then in an advert that I'm not even sure if this is actually real, but from actually looking into it, I think it is. PETA, yes, the animal protection organisation, made an advert in which they said, if you are a vegan, you last longer in bed. Yeah, I don't quite understand that, but sex sells? There will be a link in the description to all of those adverts that I've mentioned, except on the PETA advert, of course, you are actually going to have to do a bit of age verification because of the subject of that advert. And then in my last video, I mentioned the YouTube channel Bad Lip Reading with their release of NFL Bad Lip Reading Part 1 for the 2016 season. Well, shortly after I released that, and a couple of days ago, they released Part 2. So I will link to that in the description down below as well, so you can go and check that out. And I'll also link to my last video as well, because, you know, shameless promotion. Even though I don't actually make any money from this. I just do this as a hobby. I don't know why that would be shameless promotion. And then, as always with the Super Bowl, there were also film trailers, with the first Jason Bourne trailer for that new film being shown, and the release date for that is July 29th. Another trailer for Captain America Civil War was released, and the release date for that film is April 27th. Along with the final Deadpool TV spot trailer, with that film being released this Friday. And links to all of those will be in the description down below. And then finally, and again it's actually going almost to something that I mentioned in my last video, because it's James Corden again with The Late Late Show, because they decided to recreate Cindy Crawford's 1992 Pepsi Super Bowl advert. And this one obviously actually stars Cindy Crawford because they got her back for that, and it also stars, well, obviously James Corden because he's kind of the host of the show. Although, out of interest, I actually wondered how old Cindy Crawford is now, and she's 49, which is actually slightly younger than I thought, but doing some maths, yes, I can do slight maths, that means that in the original advert in 1992, she was 25. So, the more you know. Although I could actually do with forgetting James Corden in a white vest and denim hot pants. I could really do with forgetting that. Please, never do that again, James. I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about James Corden. But getting over that mental image, that is it for this slightly special Super Bowl themed video thing. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you click the like button. If you are interested in seeing the more normal videos that I'll be doing in the future, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Or if you actually like the slightly specialised format, make sure that you let me know in the comment section down below. There's a lot in the description, this video, so make sure you do go into that description and take a look at anything that interests you. And as always, thanks for watching.